Hi everyone, it's Jerusha. Today is Sunday, December 3rd, 2017. My dreadlocks are almost 17 months old, and as you can see, I am filming from my new apartment. I don't think I'll be doing the bathroom filming anymore. The new apartment I'm in has permanent fans on, exhaust fans that are permanently on in the bathroom, and can't turn them off. They're not even like related to whether the light switch is turned on. So I think that's gonna be too much interference. Besides that, I have like a really nice city view here behind me. I'm on the top floor of an apartment in a little small town outside of Portland. And it's got a really great view, lots of windows here in the main living area, and I think it's great to, well, be inside. In Portland, there's 9 months of rain, off and on rain every single day, thick blanket of clouds, all winter long for 9 straight months. So even though it doesn't get super cold in Portland, you know, maybe not any lower than 46 degrees or so. Sometimes we get snow, sometimes we don't. The last few years we have been getting some snow. We've been able to go sledding. But it's pretty mild winters, but there's rain and it's very damp, which I like the dampness, I like the humidity. However, you don't get to enjoy the outdoors as well from inside. But if you have a great view and you have really nice windows that are like really efficient and things like that, for me, that's really like totally cozy, totally safe. So I'm in this new place and I feel like it's a good start for me, a new start in a lot of ways. As some of you know who have been paying attention for more than a year, that I have become homeless at some point in my divorce proceedings. Still not completely finished, but this is the first time I've been able to choose an apartment, had my credit rating built back up after my spouse really fraudulently used my my credit and then didn't help out with paying the minimum payment. So my life got ruined in a bunch of ways that I never thought I would let happen. It got ruined because I was trying to keep my family together and wasn't really attending to what all was really happening there. So finally in an apartment I could choose, and I love it, and I'm here with my son, and wow, it's a really healthy place. So looking forward to hopefully making more videos, though it has been a struggle with not having a good mirror and worrying about the lighting actually not being great. So I did get a great comment. It was kind of confusing, but I do want to read it to you. It was a video I published on May 10th, 2017, and the name of the video was called Why I Chose to Make My Human Hair Dreadlock Extensions Instead of Buy Extensions on Etsy. So this person made a comment recently to that video, even though it's from last May. They wrote, "Can you please do a video on how to create them that they look like freeform like yours?" They're talking about the extensions. My extensions looking that freeform like mine. They look very, very, very good. In the internet, I see people doing these extensions, but they look too perfect. They are round and have no bumps and such things. So I'm having a hard time knowing how to respond to that because no one else has said that my anything about my dreads look freeform. Now it's possible that they're talking about my extensions because it's a comment on the extensions video, and I do notice that when people buy extensions on Etsy, or when I looked at them, they do look too perfect. They look swirled around, wrapped around, they don't look right. So at some point I might need to do a video on how I made my extensions. It's kind of hard to do it because A, it took some time, B, there were processes I did that I didn't do every time I made extensions, and I also matured them or aged them in various ways, like soaking them a few times in like salt water before I installed them. So, but also, well, I guess I'm looking at my older video, but you know, I have noticed in some of my like last few weeks, after I've done my, you know, I wash my hair and such, I don't put it up as much as I used to in like a ponytail or anything. I have been trying to really reduce tension because I've alluded to maybe that I've had scalp issues, not just flakes. I've had tension issues around the base and behind my ears. So I believe it's partly from sleeping with my dreads up above, so I'm not laying on them on the pillow because it's more comfortable to not be laying on them. And doing that for too long, sensitive skin there, and just pulling them back too much. So, because my extensions and my dreads are not heavy, so it's not coming from the heaviness of them. I will show you at some point the back of my dreads around the bottom and how I have lost some growth. It's been something that I noticed at least a month ago, and I've been trying to figure out how to show you and talk about it. Because, of course, I guess I feel kind of guilty about things that may have contributed to it, like my laser hair removal that I do on the back of my neck, because I had hair growing like here and here that couldn't be incorporated into the dreadlocks. And so I used laser hair removal on that neck hair, which may have kind of not been concentrated enough, but kind of the light that does the laser might have like extended up into my hairline. So that's one thing. And so I will show you guys some of the things that happened back there. But this person, I mean, I've noticed that when I wash my hair and it dries, it has sort of a bumpiness to it, and this isn't really showing it right today. I think I washed my hair the night before last. So there is some bumpiness to it, and it's partly because I crochet through the body of it a little bit, and it kind of gets this bumpiness when it gets wet and then shrinks up. I'm really getting annoyed with the extension hair. It's just not good quality. It's breakage happening all the time, like this much breakage on the hair that's extended. So I'm resisting the urge to take it out because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. Not like it feels scratchy so much as it just doesn't feel natural for me. And I'm a very tactile person. I'm feeling and touching them a lot. Trying to take care of them with the tightening spray by Dollylocks, which I think is a really good idea now that I've noticed, not using it for several months because my dreads were more mature and realizing, you know, it balances out my hair a lot and my scalp too. So let's see. Well, I sort of struggle with, I would like to take all of my extensions out, but not for aesthetic reasons. It's for tactile reasons. It's because I'm like feeling it and I can feel where my hair, my dread ends and the extension begins. And it's about this much extension that it is. And I just know that I like the way this looks more. I mean, I even liked the way it looked more when there were more of my hair in extensions before I took some of the extensions out. But I just know I like this more. I like it that it will go over like that. So it's aesthetic really versus does it feel healthy? No, it doesn't feel like it's healthy hair on me. But I'm gonna leave it for now. So I have been mostly focused on reducing tension on my scalp. And that means like I had my hair when I got it dreaded, I had it I had my part like slightly over to my left side, and then the front hairs here kind of like, you know, made so that they're a little bit larger and kind of go over to this side. Well, then I noticed that I was having more tension on my left side because my hair, I was kind of like putting a lot of it over to this side. Because I was trying to get used to like maybe I'll take out the long extensions, and so if I have to wear my hair like without extensions, it kind of looks better if it's like sort of all over to one side. So I started wearing my hair all over, I Yeah, I ended up, yeah, no, I started wearing it all over to my left side. Yeah. So I did that for a few weeks, especially when it was wet. I did. To off balance the tension over here that was on the back. Tried not wearing it in any kind of ponytail, very much at all. Even when it was dry, let alone when it was wet. And that's been helping. I've also sprayed tea tree oil or tea tree relief. It's like a mixture of different things. I wish I could remember the name. I can show you the bottle sometime. But I started spraying that on the back of my ear here and here where like there were these red dots that were coming from tension. And even I was losing some growth of hair on one of the dreads. So I have been doing things especially uncomfortable to me regarding not putting my hair back. I told you I have a hypersensitivity of my, my skin. And so to feel any hair whatsoever touching my skin, let alone dreadlocks, it's been very irritating. So I would like to put it back, but learned that putting it back in any way at all has been creating tension on my scalp, and I can't have that. I need to minimize that completely. So to manage keeping my hair out of my face, I have been kind of like having it back like this. I also, with the wraps that people use, like sort of like a headband, but you can like bunch it up so it's like sometimes wide, like Dollylocks sells them, lots of places sell them. But you can like bunch it up to me like a headband. That doesn't look right on me, like at all, to have fabric only around my face. I've got really wide temples and it just doesn't look cute like it does on a lot of people. And I don't even like the way it feels. Actually, it slides back because my cheekbones are really wide and it just kind of tends to slide back. I don't even sleep with that on my head. In fact, I haven't even been sleeping with a satin pillowcase for probably 4 or 5 months now. So yeah, so I'm dealing with tension situations, and I have been recently, only like today and like 2 or 3 days ago as well, like crocheting some of the new growth that I had out as my fringe around some of these dreads here. I've been crocheting it in at the roots, and some like there would be like one sticking up here in the back, and I figured out with using the mirror behind me which dread to put it into. But I hadn't maintained my roots for probably 2 months, so. This is my left side, so it was right around here that I was having the red bumps, and I did have 2 dreadlocks here. This was 2 dreads, and I combined it into one by twisting it around. I might have shared that before with you a little bit, but here you can see the new growth that's like kind of like hair that might grow down my neck here, but I'm not lasering it right now because I have to figure out whether or not it is the hair that needs to go into longer hair or neck hair. So I am currently just leaving it that way, even though it might seem a little weird depending on how tightly I pull my hair back. All right, take care. See you soon.